All my life. After all that's been said, it seems like I really shouldn't say anything. This is just magnificent. Hank was introduced to this church by Doris Donaldson. Now, some of you who are not members of the church, you know who she is. She was the choir director for 40 years. And in those days, the choir, when I first came here, the choir was up here. And there was a shade behind it, so you didn't have to squint when you're watching it. And she was also the clerk of session. Those of you who are not Presbyterians, the clerk is the secretary, and the session is the board of directors. And she did that for many, many, many years as well. I don't know how many. And then she went to work for Hank when he was with City Hall in Mill Valley. And she is the one, of course she had a lot of enthusiasm about this place, she's the one who recruited him. And so he came and he wasn't an outsider in the beginning either. And what was said about him, that this is cheers for him, that is really the truth. Matter of fact, that should be the theme song of this church, by changing a couple of words here and there that we don't say. We have communion with wine, we don't have a bar. We get halfway there. Anyway, he became very, very active. And he would have me to lunch. Now, we wouldn't go to a restaurant. We each stopped and got our lunch someplace. And down by the library in Mill Valley, there's a stream. And if you go up the hill just a little ways, there's a waterfall. I never even knew that there was one there. And Hank, he says, hey, George, tomorrow afternoon, can we have lunch by the waterfall? I'd say, sure. And that's where I really got to know him. Because he wasn't at work, he wasn't at church, he wasn't with other people, he had no responsibility, he was at lunch. And that is where he and I got to know one another very well. Hank served on the session, the board of directors, 3 different times. And if you do all of them, they are 3 years each. So those are 9 years that he did that kind of thing, plus dozens of other things that he did in this church. One time, the session, I don't know if it was an all-church one or a session retreat. There was a Woolston Point retreat up in the hills of Mill Valley. And one of the games that we played one night to get to know one another even better, and I recommend this to you whenever you have good people over to breakfast, lunch, or dinner. We went around and said, now if we're 18 again, but you can't do anything in this next lifetime that had anything to do with your past lifetime, with this one. So he could be an engineer, you know, all those kinds of architect, and that stuff. So everybody gave their idea, and Hank said, I'd be a cowboy. And in retrospect, that's when he came out. He came out of the closet for the church, and he started wearing his cowboy hat, and he wore it on and on every time I saw him for the last few years. So we thank you, Hank. Now, here is a wonderful thing. Somebody said, Mary said that we should emulate the good traits that he had. And so I would encourage you to do that. Don't wait until the next lifetime to be your cowboy. Whatever you would do in the next life, do it now. It will enrich your life. And I know for sure it's true because I've done it myself. Now, I'm supposed to lead a time when we just open this up for people to say anything they want. But I would like to... What? Oh, there's an anthem before that. Well, okay. I'll give the introduction so you can think about it. Rather than having long talks, why don't we each pick out 3, 4, 5 words about him? For instance, honest, funny, and dependable will be my words for him, and you can think about yours while we're singing. Here it is.